Hello, I'm Charlie Brown, the voice behind a little podcast called Baseball Byte. And I'm very honoured, in spite of my relatively minor league presence in the baseball community, to be asked to speak briefly as to what baseball means to me. There's a little bit of background. I first discovered, as it were, baseball when I lived in Japan many years ago, but it's really the London series that rekindled and reminded me of how deeply rewarding this game is. I always describe my love of baseball as being a bit like inheriting a beautiful house. And you walk into it and then you discover that it's more than a house. That beyond it, there's this vast land that is populated by endless avenues, nooks and communities to explore. Baseball is this vast expanse that is not just the current game, but that sweeping landscape of culture and history and tradition. You can spend the rest of your life exploring. And, and it's tied up primarily in the story of America, but then, of course, it's enriched even further by this international dimension, which we're all part of, which feel very lucky to be part of. And I guess that my podcast, I always think of it as my own regular little love letter to baseball, in which, I love to celebrate the names and the sounds and the images and the places, it's all wrapped up in the magic for me. And it's fitting, I think, that we're celebrating the 100th episode, but also this week, the 100th anniversary of the first ever baseball broadcast. I love the medium of baseball radio. And one of my heroes, Commissioner Giamatti, talked about the green fields of the mind. And especially for us, we transported thousands of miles to the sunshine and the peanuts and the beer and the manic organist. But it's funny, because I was never really a sporty kid, and I always found it quite difficult to connect to that side of things. But if I could go back in time, I'd tell that lad, I'd say, check out baseball. Discover this game in which it's for any type. It's not just one particular type of athleticism or body and so on. As I always say, for every Jose Altuve, there's an Aaron Judge, and for every Noah Syndergaard, there's a Bartolo Colon. In that sense, it's a house in which everyone has a place. And it's one in which I'm very happy to have found a home. Anyway, thank you for listening, and thank you, baseball.